Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Well, today's gonna be a fun video because we are going to Supercar Madness and we're going to participate in some of the events that are being held over there. So what we're gonna do now is actually we are gonna do some drag races and against some good competition this time because it's Supercar Madness, so you won't see 200 horsepower GTIs. And we're also going to do a track session, which I'm very curious about on how this car will perform right now, because we have done a lot of modifications to the suspension since last time, because I've been to Zolder in February 2022, so that is, that's a long time ago. And yeah, I'm very curious on how the car will feel now with all these modifications done to it. They say that it will rain this afternoon during my track session, so I hope it won't, because that wouldn't, that would suck. Because the thing is, now it's without decibel limits, and most of the case you have a 98 decibel limit. But when I'm on track, I'm running a catless downpipe, and then it's too loud. But it's better for the car. You get better disposal of heat and everything. So I always run a catless downpipe on track. So yeah, I'm very curious. I hope it's gonna stay dry during my lap, but I fear that it won't be the case. I'm lucky to have the LSD installed if it's raining, because that makes the car way more controllable. I actually have been to Zolder once last summer, but then yeah, that wasn't really a good thing, because it rained extremely hard. So I hope to have that not this time. So I'll see you when I'm there, and we'll have some fun. Kijk eens aan een dubbelclutch. Nee, maar dat is gewoon een rondje, hè, om 25 per uur of zo. Ik zet maar in. Dat is machine. Dat is ook machine. Wow. Ik zeg een atmosferische V12 wel. Dat is wel verschil. Dat klinkt hem aan en dat is een 1200 tegen. Die klinken ook fucking goed, hè. Oh. Nee. Oh, zalig. Zie je wat, ik weet niet wat vocht in die kop, in die lamp van die Maserati, hè? Een nieuwe auto. Doe een wheelie.
Nou, het een
Welk? Serieus, die Fiesta? Okay, so we've seen some cars, but now I actually got to go to the check-in place for the drag races that we're going to participate in. And yeah, I am very curious on how that will work out, because the competition seems to be big. I am far from the fastest car on this meeting. I'm gonna get my ass kept a lot, probably.
Zie wat ik tegen
Jongen. Komt niet goed.
Top, je bent hier voor...
Wat trok dat mij? Kijk even hoe we op de 913 gaan puls doen, hè? Allee, wat was dat nou voor hier? So yeah, we couldn't drag race for that long. I only did like 5 pulls, so that was a little bit of a letdown. They said it was 45 minutes, but it was more like 35. So I don't know what's the deal on that. But I lost against basically all the BMWs I raced, and I won against the 2 Mercedeses that I raced. So I mean, it's not a shame that I lost from with a 240i with 670 horsepower with X-Drive, an 850i which also was over 700 horsepower, and then the 335i also had 750 horsepower. It had a completely built engine and trans, so not really ashamed to lose from. And then the C43 was pretty easy to win from, wasn't really that fast. And then the best race for me was actually against the E63, because we had a very dead even launch, and we pulled at the same time, and then it's a shame that you couldn't see it from this angle. Actually, I thought I was gonna lose that one, but we were basically next to each other, and then the second half I started pulling a little bit. So that was a very clean race. Now we're gonna look at the track to see some other cars racing, and then within like 2 hours and a half, it's my turn to actually run in session 2 and do some damage to the car. Hopefully not, but it's always a hard time for your brakes and your suspension. So let's hope we don't break anything, but I think we should be good. Okay, so we are back from Supercar Madness, and the car behaved very good, very well. We actually had no problems with it. It's very windy suddenly, but the car behaved extremely good. It handled so great, and we had no breakages except 2 little things. As you may or may not know, on circuit Zolder, your brakes have a really hard time, and my discs, as you could see, had a hard time, and like 40% of my pad is gone. But look at my brake caliper, and now look at the rear one. Do you see the difference in color? Well, I do. And yeah, so my guess is that they got so hot that they turned into a new shade of blue. I like this one better, but the only thing that you can do about this is repainting them. And I'm still planning on doing some track days, so I will probably not do that immediately. But oh man, it's really hard on your car. I mean, this is just rubber. Yeah, it's really hard. You know, tracking your car is doing donuts is also not that healthy. But see the rubber. Sheesh. But yeah, otherwise she did very good. So one of the damages is a stone hitting the windshield and creating a little chip, but luckily that's repairable, which we're gonna do later on, and you won't see it anymore. But yeah, that is you know, a little damage that can happen during a track day. Unfortunately, it's part of the game. But yeah, we're back home right now, and like I said, the M140i did great, and I think you know, where we can still improve the handling of the car is in the tires and the brakes. That could, you know, if I could go more aggressive into you know, the corners, braking more late, then I would get a better lap time, because I was a little bit easy on the brakes, which, you know, I could shed off, you know, more seconds each lap time if I would brake more aggressive and later. But like, I'm not a pro track driver, so I'm learning it also. And the Pilot Sports 5 are actually very good tires, but they're not that, you know, they're not track tires. So I'd probably do better times on like a Super Sport or a Pilot Sport 4S, or maybe the 5 if they would ever make one in, you know, a suitable size. But yeah, I mean, the suspension wise, you know, everything suspension wise, I think the car is pretty complete. I could still do some things here and there, but it's still a daily, and I would keep it, you know, as how it sits right now. I'm very happy with the setup. The steering input is amazing. So yeah, we are going to maybe do some better tires. We're gonna do better brakes, because these pads now are getting close to the end of the lifespan. So we are going to improve on that. And like the two damages, the front windshield actually at the moment of filming is already fixed. Was a little crack, but I'm not 100% you know, satisfied with how it's fixed. It will not crack further, but you still see it. So probably when the next chip happens, I will just go for a new windshield. And yeah, the blue calipers, you know, I will just probably have to repaint it, but it will happen after each, you know, track day. So it's kind of a waste of money to do, you know, a repaint after each track day. So I'm going to the Nürburgring, you know, a couple times this summer, and maybe when that's done, I'll go for a repaint, or maybe 340i calipers, since they're a little bit bigger. I'll just have to see. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the content. It's a little more action-packed this time, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.